ball live fire as our game one here. My shot isn't sick. Oh, that's an interesting name, but I think I recognize that. Yeah, Graphite has Space Crabs, Hiker Trash, Bird Lawyer, and Sick. That's a pretty decent lineup for them, but they do give surrender the sniper to Centennials, who should be able to do some damage with this. Sick has the ball. It's 2 down situation for them, but Hutch gets taken out, or takes out. Shot isn't stick, excuse me. That was just disgusting curb slide into the no scope to be able to take that position that I wanted. That A, you see SWAT Fanatic able to just play the ball out. Hutch is there to support. Centennials looking good, but the difference is only 2 seconds here after about 30 seconds or so are drained off that map. Hutch taking things slowly, whiffs a couple shots, but has a teammate to help him out. Turns around, and it was just trying to get a slay. I think they got the enemy Abso, so that would have been a very nice pivot if they got that. Space Crabs now, it's Abso, but holding the ball, has the body block from the teammate, and continues to just secure onto this skull another couple of seconds. Hiker Trash, I believe I met them at Worlds. Had like this like epic beard, just fit the gamer tag very well. Has a double kill at Big Door before they get taken out. Space Crabs though, really my player to watch in this game. I don't know too much of the players on Centennials, so I'm gonna say Space Crabs. Come on, let's get this bread, buddy. And right now we see SWAT Fanatic able to secure more time onto that goal. I'm really interested to see how just both teams have elected to go on A. You know, I would have expected at this point to everybody to be a little bit more fluid in their setups. Say, hey, I'm going to take it C, we're going to take it A, just back and forth depending on the spawns. Maybe you just mess up the spawn a little bit and they spawn at that A door, but no, just everybody is looking at that honey on that oddball and is swarming like a bunch of bees as we see Space Crabs trying to get the challenge into the enemy. Throws the nade, and that's just clean, precise Halo being played to win that 1v1. Just finding the movement in their steps, able to get another Slayer on to SWAT Fanatic. The difference here is 12 seconds as Space Crabs gets away from that key door with their life. The time drains down to 3 minutes. Bird Lawyer, 22, I must add. Just finding the movement at that sandbag's position and is able to get a couple of shots, just primarily the information for the team. I know they didn't ping it out, but they were probably like, hey, there's a couple here, we got to make sure we get the push and the rotate. That's just clean, smart, high IQ position play to win that engagement. 27 to 23. I know things are looking a little scary for Graphite here, but they're able to succeed with the snipes and the plays behind Bird Lawyer. That's just great stuff right there as they go on a little bit of a spree there, just locking in and able to get great positioning onto the opponent. Now the challenge at sandbags is there from Centennials. They do succeed with about 2 down for Graphite here. Space Crabs just trying to play their position with their shields, connects for the headshot, stayed calm in that situation, didn't do any sloppy jump, just stayed focused on their strafe, and it paid dividends in the end as they're able to get another perfect on to the enemy. It's a 3v3 here. SWAT Fanatic goes down. Hiker Trash is the one to find that kill, and all of a sudden Hutch is able to get another pick onto Hiker, but teammate is there. I know that it's just a 2v2, so no one is feeling too comfortable just yet. Even though Bird Lawyer picks up that oddball, they have the QT, they snap back at back green, and now this will be Centennials able to grab a couple more seconds on this goal. They find another slay onto Hiker Trash. Space Crabs gets the response onto Hutch. 2v3 in favor for Centennials. They have the advantage here, and I know it's only a difference of 1 as we see the respawns come up, but this is what it leads to. It leads to Centennials able to take the lead once again. The kill assist, 2 of them. by space crabs, plural, not singular. It's not space crab, it's space crabs, especially when it comes to getting those slays. Hutch able to find some damage. 2v2 here. We switch onto the perspective of SWAT Fanatic. Graphite just trying to fight back here. Centennials just putting a lot of pressure. Space Crabs once again finds another slay, allowing My Shot Isn't Sick to grab about 25 seconds or so in their overall objective time, pushing their lead to 10. Centennials had a great opportunity, and we saw just a little bit of chaos in that last couple 2 or 3 engagements. That nade's gonna lead to just war at that top tower. I was hoping that Graphite were able to take advantage of that setup, but Centennials just held forward off the respawn at back B. Oof, once again, Space Crabs with the slay. I know I keep saying Space Crabs, Space Crabs, Space Crabs, but genuinely just very impressed with the player. Hiker Trash here gets averaged a little bit for their KD to go down to 11 and 12. This is what's going to lead to the difference with about 30 seconds left on that clock. Centennials are 3 down coming off that respawn, but SWAT Fanatic literally, as I say, that goes down, so it's going to be another 10 seconds or so before they're able to have their 4 up positioning. Graphite go down a couple in that engagement. Bird Lawyer goes down. Centennials is able to hold that ball and stop the time from draining 23 like Michael Jordan. That's how clutch you need to be if you want to win this round 1 of Oddball. 58 to 55. Graphite have the advantage here, but it's only for a split second as they take the lead. Centennials able to tie it up and then bring the difference to 1 tick on that skull. You see Bird Lawyer just throwing their life with the QT. I see the idea. You gotta just say YOLO. Shout out to my boomers in chat. But right there, Graphite are able to grab on to that ball for just 2 more ticks before getting taken out. They were 1 shot. Chef's kiss. W's in the chat. Speaking of, let me pull up chat. I know we're gonna see a couple engagements here, but let me pull up chat. Thank you, chat. Man, what a round 1. Thank you to everybody joining into the Halo Rec League. I see everybody, or a couple people already talking in chat. Now locking in here. 4 down for Graphite as we see Centennials able to take the ball. Terp alert. I'm gonna let that one seep in for a little bit. Terp alert is able to help out their teammate with just grabbing that objective time while SWAT Fanatic grabs the active camo. The engagement at cuts was a little bit of a stalemate. I know Graphite will be happy about that. Centennials are able to move the ball, so even though Graphite got the slays, Graphite got the objective time. So it's a little bit like you gotta take your losses, if you will, for Centennials, who just elected to put pressure for them to be able to take a 20-second lead here. SWAT Fanatic, I must agree. I think 12-year-old me would have loved SWAT Fanatic as a gamer tag. That's all I played in Halo Reach. And a lot of SWAT Halo 4, right? As I'm yapping about the worst Halo, competitively speaking, Hutch and a Million is saying why Halo Infinite is the 2nd best Halo, competitively speaking, with that double play. Halo 2 for the OGs. That's the juice I've been sipping on. But Hutch and a Million is able to play that ball at bottom mid as I'm yapping. Hyper Trash 99 goes down. Space Crabs also hits the floor. Bird Lawyer is able to move that ball as Centennials had 2 down of their own and did not control the spawn. So Graphite now are going to be able to make a little bit of a comeback here. They do elect to get the slays here. The top tower position holder, I believe, just got taken out. Yes, they did. They tried to just start shooting instead of playing that ball. I would say, hey, I know you're on top tower, but just grab that ball. grab that ball. Doesn't matter. You gotta squeeze out the time. It's oddball. You don't have a lot of time to set up as you do in a Slayer, so you just gotta take your losses a little bit and be able to manage that. Hey, they're gonna push 4. We're gonna have 3 set up, 1 at nest, 2 at dummies, and maybe someone ratting at back tower with that skull. As I'm yapping about that, you see SWAT Fanatic able to get a couple slays onto the enemy. Likes to grab the ball. That's some really unselfish Halo being played. Has the repulse and the QT, I believe, saved that player that was about to be. Oh, what are we seeing? I love this. This is amazing seeing in the Master Premade Division Round 1 playoffs. This has been a treat to watch. 68-12 in favor for Centennials in round 2, but Graphite are up 1 though in this 3-round oddball. 12-2, the lucky number, is the score right now as we see an engagement. 4 down for Graphite as a trade at back turbine. Around that turbine area was what we saw. Now we see a barrier. That one call you barrier, homie. Barrier. Thank you, Prod. Just making sure is able to move that ball a little bit for the advantage of Centennials here. They do get 93 seconds or so on this ball, and now they play it off the map. They only need 5 ticks to push us to a round 3 in oddball live fire here. See war at that bottom mid. 3 down and 4 down for Graphite as we see SWAT Fanatic able to get the clutch triple kill to close out this second round. We're going to round 3 already. I hope that this series is going to go 5 rounds. I'm going to have to yap a lot, so please bear with me, chat and Prod. Appreciate y'all tuning in and spending your evenings with the Halo Rec League. SWAT Fanatic here is able to force the 3 down, grabbing that sniper. They didn't find a slay, but they were able to just get some good team shots into the enemy, paying off with a back smack at the end. The body shot and the 2 shot is able to grab the death for SWAT Fanatic. Camo is up. Ooh, nice plays with that power item. You're just able to take advantage of it, and with the heat wave or the sniper, you just got to be able to get that damage in and just melee. Just melee. I know we're not on land, so it's not going to feel crisp, but you know, shout out to my melee warriors out there. Knowing when to be close and when to back out from an engagement is a key trait to have if you want to go into competitive Halo. I was playing on LAN a little bit with the homies and 4s, and I'm not gonna lie, they just destroyed me, and I was like, I'm mid, but it was good to get that experience and get that whooping by some very good players in the HCG. Man, I'm gonna get my lick back, but it's gonna be a long training arc. The Karate Kid. But enough about my competitive Halo plays, more on Graphite and Centennials, as we see Graphite having a decently strong start here in this round 3 oddball on live fire for our game 1 in the Master Premade Division playoffs. First week, so this really means a lot. You want to make a winners bracket run. I'm not sure if we have losers bracket for this tournament. I wouldn't be surprised. We've done it sometimes, I believe most of the time, so I won't be able to tell you that one, chat. If anybody actually has the information on that, wants to help me out, I'd appreciate that. But for now, I know that we're in playoffs, and you do not want to lose any series in playoffs. Some of you that have played in the HRL know how tricky it can be. Even if you face a team with not the best seeding, they just seem to just lock in for playoffs, and by the end of having, you know, like 10 matches in the HRL, regardless of division, it teaches the team something. At least they have an extra setup up their sleeve right now. Barrier, oh, with another triple kill as I'm yapping away with that active camo, is now just going to elect to grab as much information as they can. Gets the backsmack at key door for the killing spree. Love seeing those two badges come out of this play. We see another slay picked up here at that scoreboard. Barrier is just doing great by being in an IGL and just locking into the action, and the players that need to go down. The focus that we're seeing from Centennials right now is amazing, but Graphite do find themselves in the lead. They force the ball to be played here at back B. The sniper and the team shots at that B door. You know, Barrier is gonna get chased there by that player, and Graphite are able to secure their momentum back here. They force a 3-down situation for Centennial, so this should be like 15 seconds or so, grabbed super comfortably by My Shot Isn't Stick. Alex right there to say, hey, my shot is sick, and gets a snipe, a headshot onto the player from Centennials. You see Bird Lawyer grabbing a slay off screen. 62, 63, 36 for Centennials, while Graphite continue to secure more time on this clock. Hiker Trash goes down. Centennials need to be able to take advantage of this. They force 2 down from Graphite. As I'm processing what's happening on that scoreboard, you see Shot able to grab a double kill here to clutch up and have ice in their veins in that specific situation to be able to make their lead about 50 seconds or so. Wow, this is really getting out of control. Centennials are just not able to find their slays when they push up. They are great at putting that pressure, but Graphite have been doing a great job of just extinguishing the flame that is Centennials and their pushes, because they're good coordinated pushes to wherever that ball may be. But Graphite are able to secure this round 1 victory, round 3 victory. Hello and welcome back to the Halo Rec League. I was tripping at the last little bit of the math. I don't know why. I thought Graphite were the ones to take the win, but Centennials actually lead the map set with 1-0 being the score right now. Overall, we see 3-3 here in the first 30 seconds of the Aquarius game 2 Slayer. See a little bit of team shooting here from SWAT Fanatic, able to mantle up to that util bridge. 2 of them on the side of Graphite are there to make the push. It's still really close here. We see Graphite able to take a split-second lead. Score is now 6-6 with about a minute being drained here. 7-7. Oh my god. 7 sorry. The brain rot's been taken over, but we see the reversal from Barrier here, able to get a lead for only another split second once again. Right now, Hutch taking on that engagement. Halfback A whiffs the shots like me in matchmaking today. SWAT Fanatic and Hutch are down for Centennials, while Graphite is coming up off that respawn. You see the nade take someone out, take another one out. Turpa Lerp nading that util, getting another slay if I'm not mistaken. Graphite now are down. It's tied once again here. Centennials able to hold strong here. Graphite need to find their footstep. It feels like whenever Centennials get their engine going, they are revving and cruising down the highway. Turpa Lerp able to get a slay and another assist at that top mid. Do you want to mention Graphite are 0-5 this season, while Centennials look very strong. I don't remember the precise overall record right now. I'll look at it when I have a second and I'll mention it once again, but they are very good, specifically if they're getting the seeding against Graphite. I'm kind of surprised to see Graphite with that lower seeding. Frankly, I have a lot of faith in their players, and I just think maybe they did the friend squad and just taking this like super casually. I know it's just the Halo Rec League, but I know a lot of nerds out there like to lock in for this league, and it's amazing to see. I'm a real big fan of that. And Barrier is able to find one more slay as I'm yapping away, picks up that BR in the back blue base, is able to get a couple cross shot hits onto the enemy. The ping there hits top mid, so not exactly where the enemy was, but it is close enough to where the enemies are now. Too, you see Barrier getting the double, trying to go for the triple here. Gets the assist. Is probably glad to see that assist go through. You know, less work is always good if you ask me, but Barrier was probably hungry for it, but allowed the teammate to come in with the team shot and take it from them. Barrier and Co force 3 down for Graphite. They keep them cycling off the death screen. 16-31 with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left here in game 2. Centennials lead up this series by 1 map in that oddball live fire we just saw them take in round 3. Very great plays from everybody, but Graphite are just now fumbling a little bit, slipping down that slidey, that slip and slide, or just finding a little bit of trouble here actually getting their full momentum going. I like what where their heads at with their positioning, but I just don't not personally, but what I'm trying to say here is that Centennials are just not allowing Graphite to get away with anything. Graphite here are just trying everything that they can to team shot, and I feel like Centennials will always have the flanker or someone like that coming in and forcing the trade with the help of an assist. Graphite here coming up off the respawn. 26-39 is the score. 13 kill difference in favor for the team in blue. Centennials looking sharp here, trying to push us to that game 3. Camo here. Oh, gets the information first. Space Crabs goes down. That's a little unfortunate to see from the Crabs himself. Watched a little bit of SpongeBob last night. I was like, I need something to watch. Turned on my streaming service, and I was like, you know what? Let's watch some SpongeBob. I'm ready. But right now, it looks like Centennials are ready to take this game 2. When I'm here alone, I gotta yap to myself to make myself, you know, feel a little bit entertained. Gotta make myself laugh a little bit. Hutch X a million is able to get some nice information to help their teammate. The rotation there, the movement from Hutch was very clean. What we just saw was with some elegant curb slides from Hutch. See Space Crabs on the death screen once again. 11, 7, and 14. Don't want to call them out too much as Swap Fnatic hits the floor. Feels like everybody's really close in this lobby, but then you see just 1 or 2 pushes not work out. Shot isn't sick, is at 6, 6, and 11, and I like those 6 assists. I mean, you're playing around your teammates, but you just don't have that overall chemistry. Graphite trying, and it was gonna get a little embarrassing. It was a 13 kill difference. It still stands here as it's now down to 12, and that's what I like to see. Graphite just kind of locked in here and just were able to find their trades throughout the second half of this Slayer to bring it back and not have that stake-tacular. So even though Centennials create tight engagements, so you got to be really on top of your strafes and what you're doing with your positioning too. I know that's kind of basic to say, but it's true. If in live in recharge especially, you can't really W key too much. You have to be precise, not use that sprint button until you need it. Space Crabs with this active camo is just being a great IGL right now for their team as they're able to get a slay onto Terp alert here. We see Space Crabs with the 2 kills back to back. Love to see that, even though they didn't get the badge. I'll commend that play. Ooh, spin on him, spin on him, spin on him. Right now, it's great to see as Centennials go down 3, and Graphite are doing a great job. They found their coordination. This is exactly what I wanted to see from them. Hey, you have the King of the Hill. You can sacrifice a little bit of your life if you get some great time on the hill. Maybe you come off a staggered spawn for everybody in the lobby, and you say, hey, I can get some time. And right now, Space Crabs just doing a great job of anchoring their teammate, and just finding the way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And right now we're seeing Graphite maybe be able to take a map here as Centennials go 3 down once again. You see the killing spree for Space Crabs. Mr. Krabs is ready indeed. We see the slay onto Turpalurp. Forces the enemy to back off here. Throws the nade at that Mangler door. Took me a second to remember what Mangler. It was a Mangler, chat. Remember the Manglers? Gross. Right now, Bird Lawyer onto Barrier, Turpalurp onto Hike Trash, and another backsmack, another melee kill from Space Crabs, who's just doing a great job to be able to maneuver and find those backsmacks. They're just on some really high IQ positioning at all time right there. That shows your experience in the game as you're able to hit that jump up. Space Crabs able to grab that active camo once again, man. Wow. Centennials just not doing a great job of controlling that power item. Active camo is so crucial in this game mode. I haven't seen too much of that shock rifle. Chat, please tell him to pick up that shock rifle. Killing Frenzy. Oh, you don't need to get it. Oh, whoa. Triple kill for the Killing Frenzy and 1 extra. Man, I wanted some extra fries on that, Mr. Krabs. All right, Space Crabs able to do a miracle right there. Not dying, is now next to that shock rifle. Let's see if they're able to grab it. This would be a massive play, but no, they get taken out, overheated a little bit, and just lost the foothold of information that they had. Man, you see Hutch respond with the slay. That hill is looking red as you see SWAT Fanatic able to get a 2-piece. And oh no, they don't get the 2-piece. You see Centennials though able to recover, but not for long, as 3 down. Hutch is the last one up, and I believe they drop, so it's the respawn cycle for Centennials here. Graphite trying to close out this hill. They don't want to give a single 1-2 Centennials, who are just looking for a little bit of momentum, a little bit of magic in this game 3, and you never know what could happen. Centennials do lead the series by the score of 2-0, while Graphite are trying to push us to a game 4. Pick up that shock rifle. Yep, I see your teammate did it, and that's why the killing assist goes through for Graphite as they secure this 3rd hill. My shot isn't sick. Proves why his name is accurate. You see Barrier being a wall, taking an enemy to the grave. That was 4 down for Graphite though, so Centennials will be able to play this time, grab the active camo, and even though they haven't secured too much hill time, not any, it doesn't look like they want it. But Turpalurp gets a slay onto Space Crabs, and now it's blue ticks for Centennials, who are trying to have an epic comeback of champions here. Not champions just yet. That's what they will eventually fight for. Stay tuned to the Halo Rec League. But all jokes aside, SWAT Fanatic is here to just finally grab some momentum and objective time for Graphite. Centennials holding strong, doing a great job of just anchoring that back hydro. They do allow a hole through long haul, but then you see SWAT Fanatic with the stickies backing away with their shields. The teammates trying to stay alive as a duo, and it comes in. Not that much fruition. Graphite able to eliminate any momentum that we saw from Centennial. Space Crabs looking sharp with the 2nd triple kill that we've seen from them in this game. W production, chat. W production gets another slay at that top glass area against Hutch, if I wasn't mistaken. Hiker Trash is down though, but they seem to still have the advantage. Not for long though. Centennials looking to gain some momentum. Centennials cannot drop here. They cannot be the first one to go down, and they are. Barrier gets hit with the melee. She saw isn't sick, and out of nowhere, 4 down for Centennials. Graphite, wow, that was just a dominant performance in this game 3. King of the hill on Graphite. Space Crabs to stop the will of Centennials right now. Space Crabs gets taken out with the sniper. Great shots right there. Barrier is immediately slain, so now the camo, or not the camo, the overshield goes into the chest of Turpalurp. Now we see Graphite coming up off the 4-down respawns. You see Turp trying to get a slay, gets the trade. Maybe should have done a little bit more with that overshield. Maybe taking like an extra second or two before popping it. Not going to judge it. They did have the 4-down though, so it's unfortunate they're not able to take advantage of having Graphite with their backs against the walls here. We see the body shot and the headshot go through onto Hiker Trash. Hiker Trash is just being a pest. Takes a lot to slay him. Want to give that player their kudos because they're doing a great job of just playing non-selfish Halo right now. Space Grabs able to anchor their team with the sniper. It has 6 shots left here. I feel like those callouts are coming through. They know where to look. They look. Ooh, I believe that hit. I believe that hit as we see SWAT Fanatic get taken down off screen. Now we're seeing that engagement. Ooh, how did? Okay, yeah, kill Turp alert. I was like, yeah, no, Turp jumped off the map. He looked away and was like, ah, you're dead, homie. Right now, Turp and Barrier are coming up back to the screen. Space Grabs once again with that. I have to say in that weird way. Sorry, I'm interrupting my own self. The joys of solo casting. No, but oh, gets the body shot though. This is very nice for my ADHD if you haven't noticed. Right now, you see Space Grabs. I just have to say it like that. It gets the headshot onto the enemy. I have to make myself laugh when I'm casting by myself. That's just the duties here. I hope y'all are having a great and relaxing evening here on the Halo Rec League. We're seeing the great plays from Space Grabs to close out this night. Not for you, not for me, not for Prod, but for you guys who might be watching this as your bed content or wherever you might be. Thank you for the support. You do see a couple more engagements. We've stayed onto the perspective of Space Grabs, and Turpa Lerp gets taken, but SWAT Fanatic is able to get the headshot for the slay that forces the captain, the IGL of Graphite, to go down. You see them come up off the respawn. SWAT Fanatic trades. Hutch says, this is my time. Has faith that teammates are going to be able to get another slay, and is trying close out this series in game 4 with 1 cap. This looks like it should be going in. Oh no, I missed it, and so did Hutch. That blue flag gets pulled, but they're able to summon their will and just force that return. Great coordination out of Centennials, who did not panic when that flag was pulled. They just knew what to do. They stayed calm in that situation and had a clear idea collectively of what everybody needed to look at, and that was the return. Because if they got it, and they did, they got the score going up 1-0. 8.5 minutes remaining here. SWAT Fanatic is taking an enemy to the death screen, but then my shot isn't sick. Doing a great job, but gets averaged as the cross shots came through on the map. Barrier able to force 3 down. Hiker Trash needs to not be trash here and just lock in their life, not get average, get a little bit of extra damage and then move. That's good enough. Space Crabs gets a slay with the help of Hiker. Turp Alert hits the floor. Now that overshield is up, but it's going to the blue squad. You see the thrust. Oh, okay. We're just gonna, yeah, we just let that perspective on there to soak it in, to feel the devastation for that player. SWAT Fanatic here with their shields. Abso gets hit with a nade, but is able to, get him. Oh, SWAT Fanatic, you need to play a little bit more SWAT. Never mind. There you go. All right, buddy. Let's go. 8-4 and 6 in this game to lead their team, who are up 1-0 in this forbidden capture the flag. I almost said for fortress, and then I would have never forgiven myself right there. Nah, it's forbidden. I remember playing this for the first time at Worlds with the Bandit Evo, testing it out. It was really cool. Actually, that's like one of my favorite playtest memories for Halo. But right now, Bird Lawyer gets a slay onto Hutch, has their shields blinking, but has the cover to get them back. And now we're on the perspective of Better Call Bird Lawyer. 22 here, as they just do a great job of just playing their positioning, just trying to be a pest, allows their team to get that flag. Hiker trash here. Ooh, goes down, but move that flag quite a bit. Bird Lawyer is able to get another slay. I believe that's Space Crabs with the flag. Yep, Space Crabs with the bandera. He's doing a great job of getting a slay, but Centennials with some ice come up clutch here. They're now on that re. They do have to sacrifice a life or two, and out of nowhere, the squad in red might have the opportunity for a cap. Hutch, though, is in great positioning to get a double kill. Is probably going to pick up the enemy sniper here. Once it comes up, bumps into Hutch. The score is now 1-1 with 6 minutes remaining. Graphite, even though they're not finding the slays, they're doing a great job of playing off the players who are. And Hutch is now forced onto that death screen, or he's forcing another player onto that death screen as he gets shot in the back, running the flag. Graphite go down 3, so Hutch knew to play the counter cap situation in that instance, and that was a solid high IQ flag run right there from the players from Centennials. I must commend it. I like the good guys on Graphite, but I hope that Centennials don't mind playing the role of heel for this stream, as we see them doing a great job of just extinguishing the life in Graphite. The tribe has spoken, and right now we see Centennials, the nice killing spree. Even though they trade, we see a great play by Hutch to take Bird Lawyer to the floor. SWAT Fanatic now doing a decent job of just being a pest, not leaking too much information to the opponent, realizing those footsteps give off a lot of sound cues, and they just got to take advantage of the ones that they're being given. Great plays right there. Centennials, there's a reason they're up in the series 2-1 and in this map set by the same score. Hutch tries to get a stick. He does, but the thrust is there. Man, I love me some Halo Sandbox. I'm still going to stand by this. I want to play a little bit of ranked or competitive Halo with like one thrust spawn, like in your back pocket. Like, give it to me. But I don't know if y'all been playing Splitgate 2. Man, that jetpack feels so good. I think the game still has a long way to go, but right now it's in a really solid state, and I'm excited to play that game because it just pays a homage to Halo in such great ways right now. Locking back into the action though. Space Crabs doing a great job of just playing their life. Wow, that's just really great movement, but it's unfortunate because that overshield, that barrier that comes through to extinguish their life. Hiker Trash goes down. Space Crabs and Co are coming up off the respawns. Let's see. This should be a great opportunity for Centennials, knowing their power. They will be able to pull that flag, take advantage of the situation's barrier. Leaked a death right there, so you're going to see Turpalurp try to get damage. I think Graphite might have an opportunity here to catch up to that flag, though. They need to. This is going to be a tense flag standoff here as they get a touch onto the enemy flag. They need to get the first pick here. Look at that score, that kill feed. That's going to tell so much of a story. You see Turpa Alert getting a slay onto Hiker Trash here. Hutch getting one onto the enemy. Bird Lawyer goes down. Now it's Barrier and Graphite coming back up off the respawns. Wow. What just happened? Jesus Christ. Nah, that's insane. That's insane. I believe Graphite were able to get their flag back. Centennials now making their foothold strong once again at this top mid. Don't get pipped on by Snipe. Nice 3 down for Graphite. Hutch X a million is feeling good right now. 19, 5 and 9, just popping off and leading their team in this clutch game 4 on Forbidden CTF. 2.5 minutes remain. Centennials need to hold strong and not let another flag cap, but they go down 2 of their players. Barrier gets taken out with the pistol off screen. Hutch doing a great job of being a pest with this snipe, moving around. He gets the shot into the head and gets away with their life. 4 down for Graphite as Centennials will surely Surely get the capture into this flag. I'm sorry to be playing with y'all, chat. Hope y'all are having a great series. This should be the closing little bit of our first map. SWAT Fanatic is choking that flag run, though. So that overshield is there to meet them at the hut. Let's see if they're able to get it in. No, 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 no. We're going to be here for a little bit more. Double kill by Turbo Lerp, who's going to get that re and that flag in with the help of barrier. Okay, heart attack grill right there. Oh, my days. Jesus Christ. Someone